Hi Libra, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot Readings from the heart. Thanks ever so much for joining me on your extended Celtic Cross love reading. There's not a Gypsy Tarot spread this month. There might be mid-month, we'll see how we get on. But yeah, we're doing an extended Celtic Cross love spread for you guys, okay, this month, Libra. And this is one of two bonus readings, okay, so this is your first bonus reading, and you've also got how does he or she feel about me as your second bonus reading. It's really just to, you know, every now and again I'll just hand out a few treats to the website, do a few bonus readings here and there, and every month I do like to try out different spreads on the website and different spreads on the YouTube community, and that's it really. So you've also got as a third reading your general Celtic Cross reading for the month, and coupled with that is going to be a single spread, a short single spread, because a lot of these two bonus readings aren't really geared towards people who are completely 100% just single and not thinking about anyone. They're geared towards people who are either single and they've still got someone that they're thinking about, or they're in relationships, or they're having problems with a partner or something like that. Okay, so that's all to come up on the channel, and I try and be as fair and as kind as and supportive as I possibly can be, okay? So I'm using the Witch's Tarot for this reading. Oh dear, let me just pick up, God, just went falling down like that. Okay, so, right, I've already split the deck on this, and I added a few you've got some reversals in this area. I like to use reversals because I think it adds a bit of flavour to the reading. So we're doing an expanded love reading for you guys this month, okay? So Universe, Spirit, show me Libra. Show me Libra. What can Libra, what are the energies around Libra, Sun and Rising signs? Libra, Sun and Rising signs. Libra, Sun and Rising signs for love in October 2017. Show me the energies around Libra, Sun and Rising signs. Libra, Sun and Rising signs. Libra, Sun and Rising signs. And their love lives in the month of October 2017. Show me. Alright. So we're going to split the deck into three like so. Collect it back up like so. And what we're going to do, we're going to start laying the cards. So this is the situation here. This is your significator card. So this is who you are in the situation. Okay. This is the challenge or the influence stroke crossing card. This is what the root of the issue is. So this is what the actual issue is. This is around the issue sort of recent past. This is the most likely outcome of whatever this issue is. This is the, oopsie daisy, all the ones just falling. This is the immediate future. This is you guys and how you're approaching the situation. This is what others think about you, or the person in question, what they might think about you, Libra. This is your hopes or desires, and this is the overall outcome. You see, we've got quite a few reversals in there already, which is interesting for this reading. So when we do this reading, we look at, you know, you've got the Knight of Cups in the reverse, all right, showing us the overall energy. And the Knight of Cups in the reverse could be a Pisces, Scorpio, Cancerian individual. But the Knight of Cups in the reverse usually means broken promises, somebody who doesn't live up to a promise, somebody who can potentially be a cheat, somebody who can be a liar as well, with the Knight of Cups in the reverse. This is somebody who lets you down at the last moment. So I think that the overall outcome is maybe disappointment in somebody's behaviour for some of you guys. And in a way, a lot of these readings, it's sad because, you know, I've done these readings for love and a lot of them are turning out, but then, you know, not to be so great. Sorry guys if this isn't a great reading, I'm hoping it's going to be. We do have a lot of reversals in there. Reversals don't always mean you can have a shitty reading at all. Just depends on what comes around it. They can be very insightful when you get a lot of reversals. Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. You've got the Knight of Cups in the reverse, Libra, being the overall energy for love. Alright? Knight of Cups reverse is not great, okay? Because this can be somebody who... Knight of Cups in the upright's not that great anyway. Quite a fleeting character at the best of times. But this can, in the reverse, show somebody who abandons, they're a cheat, they can be a liar. They tend to desert a situation. They're very fearful. They're not into love for love's sake. It's more sexual energy with the Knight of Cups in the reverse. So yeah, we'll see what happens. What's the situation for you guys? Well, you've got Temperance in the reverse. So there's a great deal of unbalance or imbalance, I think, going on within a relationship, with the Temperance card in the reverse being the focus for... And that would make sense, because you've got this Knight of Cups as the overall energy, and that's in the reverse. You guys, as a significator, you're the Four of Pentacles. So I think that you're very guarded with this Four of Pentacles. Could also be you guys, Libra, as a significator. It depends. Four of Pentacles means either that you're trying to control the situation or you're resistant to changing the situation. And it's in the upright. So when you get the Four of Pentacles, this is somebody who's very private. This is somebody who refuses to give or let go. But this is also somebody who can be extraordinarily guarded, and they've got their guards up. So it might be that your significator is showing us people, you guys in the month of October 2017, really have your guard up about something in terms of love. The challenge for you guys, Libra, is the Hanged Man. It's in the upright. So it might be that there's been a situation that has been held in suspense for quite some time. Could also be that there's a Pisces individual. We do have Knight of Cups reversed and the Hanged Man. Both cards represent Pisces individuals. So there might be a Pisces individual around you guys, okay, showing up here. But also, if it's not, then I think that this is, with this Hanged Man, really what it's saying is this is a situation that's been put on hold. It might also be that your challenge is surrendering to something, because remember, the Hanged Man also, it's funny when it's in the upright, but it can mean both things. It can mean something that's been held in suspense for a while, but it can also mean the need to surrender and just accept. So it might be the challenge is accepting a situation. What's the root cause of everything? Right, so the Two of Pentacles shows somebody who's playing or toying. It could be around you guys. You've got an earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. It doesn't have to be, but this could be somebody who's toying between you and somebody else. So the root issue might be, and I'm seeing a lot of imbalance here in somebody, so I think this is somebody else's problem. I think this is what somebody else is doing to you, Libra. I think somebody's toying with you. And I think somebody might have, you know, Two of Pentacles means that you've got two relationships that you're trying to manage. If it's not two relationships, then this person, whoever this person is trying to manage work, Libra, as well as you at the same time. Or they're trying to manage different factors of their life as well as Libra at the same time, okay? So whatever the case is, whether it's two people, whether it's this other person's working life, their commitments, they're trying to manage you as well as something else here. And that might be why the energies are the Knight of Cups. And that might be why you've got the Knight of Cups in the reverse. So this might be saying, you know, this person can't fulfill a promise. And why can't they fulfill? The energies might be that you are getting let down by someone. Might be that the basis that this person has a lot to do. Two of Pentacles means that you're, you know, you're managing. I mean, really, it's a difficult one, because in the reverse, this means that you've got a lot of stuff that you're managing. But in the upright, it says that you should be managing something quite easily, but not necessarily when it comes to love. Sometimes it means that what you're trying to do, you might be managing two relationships, Libra, or it might just simply be a case of that you've got working issues, you know, other issues in your life, and you're trying to manage a relationship at the same time. So this person's trying to manage something, and that might make sense with this area here. Around this, you've got the King. So this is the person showing up for you guys, okay? So this is about managing, and there's a King of Wands showing there. So there's a person around you. This is a fire sign, male or female, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, okay? And I think that I don't know whether it's you though that's doing this or whether it's this person, because I would have thought that it would have shown this way instead, that the root issue was a person, and perhaps with the Two of Pentacles they were trying to manage something with you, but we've got it the other way around. The root issue is trying to manage something, and it's showing as a King of Wands. So I'm wondering if it's you guys, and we do have your significator card being the Four of Pentacles, Libra. So I'm wondering if this is the other way around, that you guys are trying to manage something here, and it's around a King of Wands, in which you are with this Four of Pentacles. Four of Pentacles shows somebody who's resistant to change, somebody who doesn't want to share, or somebody who's... I'm not saying that you're selfish, but you are showing us the Four of Pentacles, Libra. Okay, so you're showing us the person... I think that you're the ones that are doing this. I don't think it's this person. I think you're the ones that are doing this. The most likely outcome for love is... Well, the Five of Cups in the reverse, which is nice. Interesting, because this is a very different... So this is probably your energy. The energy is probably you as the Knight of Cups, Libra. Maybe you're the one that cannot come forward. That you're the one that's breaking promises. I think that you've got a lot of shit to manage. I think you're trying to manage one thing, working situations, whatever it is. and it's around this King of Wands. So you guys, the root issue is trying to manage things, and it's showing around that there's a person here, a King of Wands. We'll get more information on him or her in a moment. But the Five of Cups is the most likely outcome. I think that there's a resolution that can be made here in terms of love. Okay, because the Five of Cups is in the reverse, and it doesn't show a loss of love. It shows that when you get the Five of Cups, there's reconciliations going on. You know, this isn't about losing a friendship. This is about being able to save one. You know, and I don't think you guys have lost anything here. I certainly see imbalance with the Temperance card in the reverse as being your focus, and that's because you're out of balance in a way with the Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles represents instability, so you're either managing too much or there's instability with an individual here. And the significator, I just think it makes you, Libra, put your guard up more with that Four of Pentacles, because the focus is around the Temperance energy. There's disharmony within a relationship here. Things aren't being harmonious, they're not being balanced. There's no equilibrium in this relationship with you guys. Your challenge is the Hanged Man. So the Hanged Man, I think it's either something to do with surrendering or accepting the status quo of the situation, or there's something to do with something that's been put on hold. I don't know whether this person here is actually the Hanged Man. We'll see, we'll see. It's very interesting. You guys will experience in the immediate future the Sun in the reverse. It's not that bad. When you get the Sun in the reverse, it's not a bad card, okay? It just says that there's slight delays. It just says that things are not coming forward as soon as you would like. It's just really giving more time to rectify situations. Just says that things are not happening in a positive way, or it's positively. The Sun will always be a good card, whether it's reversed or in the upright. It's always going to be a good card. It just says here that whatever renewal you're looking for, whatever success you're looking for, whatever growth you're looking for in a situation, Libra, is not happening as quickly as you would like with the Sun in the reverse. You guys right now, while you're approaching this situation, as the Karma card in the reverse. So the Karma card in the reverse represents a suppression of feelings. It represents when there is no relief, or there is no rebirth, or there is no decision making. Okay, so you guys, I think that you're lacking something here. I think you're showing how you're approaching this is Karma in the reverse. I think that you're not saying something, because the Judgment card, this is Judgment in the Rider Waite. Judgment card, when it's upright, it's the ability to communicate and to speak and to say and to offload whatever it is, because you've got the people here who are raising their hands, so they've got a sense of rebirth and relief in a situation. So, you know, if you'd been this in the upright, if you were approaching this situation from the standpoint of judgment, you'd be making that judgment here, and that judgment would be factoring through to the Temperance card. So maybe the judgment would be saying the energies are, well, something needs to change, because there's a recognition that something is out of sync. But you're approaching the situation from the perspective of judgment in the reverse, and this is this is either where you're refusing to make a judgment, or you're refusing to tackle something that needs to be tackled in this situation, which means then that things aren't being balanced. You know that the situation's unbalanced, Libra, but you're not willing to sort it out, as it were, because you're approaching the situation from Karma in the reverse, stroke Judgment in the reverse. You're not willing to tackle a situation here. You're just letting it be. You're letting it lie. Something needs to be resolved here, but you're not doing that. You're approaching it from the perspective of leaving it with the Judgment card in the reverse. And as a result of that, and that's why the energies are still around something that is unbalanced, because you guys are the Four of Pentacles. Your significator card shows that you don't, it's not that you don't want change. I just think that I don't know whether you're fearful of some form of opening up to something or changing something, but you're showing this very static energy in your significator card. Here, the challenge is the Hanged Man. And the Hanged Man is something that, I think that this is not so, we could say surrender, but I don't think it's that. I think the challenge is something that's very, very static within love, because the root issue is the Two of Pentacles. I think that this is you guys trying to juggle something here with this Two of Pentacles here. This could also be the root issue is you took a gamble maybe. It's on an individual here. But I think that the most likely outcome is going to be that there's no change, there's no loss. Things stay the way that they are. You've got Five of Cups in the reverse. Okay? And I think this Five of Cups in the reverse says still, this reminds me of very static, stagnant energy going on here. Because you've got the Sun in the reverse. There's no changes going on in whatever this love situation is. How this other person sees you is the Three of Pentacles in the reverse. So this other person, or people might see you, I think it's the other person, they're seeing you as somebody who's not very good at working in terms of partnerships. Because that's what Three of Pentacles is in the reverse. Three of Pentacles in the upright represents somebody who can work very closely with others in harmony for the greater good, to get a decent product or a decent thing out there. Alright, it shows rewarding partnerships, people working together. But in the reverse, I think that there is a weak link. So there might, I think when I look at this card, this person might see you as a little bit of a weak link in whatever this situation is. Your fears will be the Six of Wands. So lack of victory, lack of movement. The outcome shows as the Five of Wands, which is interesting because you've got the Five of Wands as a result of the Sun, and the Five of Wands is reversed. Five of Wands is reconciliation, usually. Okay, in a situation. In the upright, it shows arguments and conflict, but in the Five of Wands in the reverse, shows somebody backing down and saying, okay, that's it. You know, it shows, you know, you've got Five of Wands here and two fives. Fives often show through challenges, there are changes that happen. So you're coming to a point of transition and change here in this reading. But you've got the Five of Cups. There's no problem here in the most likely outcome of love. Alright, things are still, but there's stagnancy. Because there's no loss. And something needs to change here. But there's no change. Five of Cups in the reverse. Outcome, that's the most likely outcome. And the overall outcome is the Five of Wands in the reverse. Alright, I think something's not being spoken about here, but it's being upheld. We'll get some clarifiers on this if we can get to see what this is about. For Libra. It's a very complicated reading in a minute. In a way, sorry. Why is Libra karma in the reverse? Why is Libra approaching this situation from the viewpoint of karma in the reverse, show me? Yeah, I mean the High Priestess, right, and the Ten of Swords is interesting. Okay. Well, this was already a difficult reading before we started it, but you guys are not you're not dealing with a situation here. There are things that you need to deal with in love, and you're not dealing with it with the Karma card in the reverse. So your approach with the Karma card in the reverse is just not to open up some form of a wound, or not to open up a can of worms. There's something here that needs to be tackled, but you're not tackling it. You're approaching it by not doing anything, and that's because of the High Priestess. Possibly a secret could lead to the ending, because you've got a Ten of Swords showing here, and Ten of Swords shows failure as an ending, and this is a secret. So I think that your approach is not to do something here. You're not unearthing, you're not being honest with the Karma card in the reverse, because you know that if you reveal whatever is you're holding back on with this High Priestess in the upright, High Priestess in the upright is hidden knowledge, Ten of Swords is failure and endings, you know that this could end. Whatever this situation is, or whatever you tell this person, you know that things could end. Because in your foundation, we've got the Two of Pentacles. Why is the Two of Pentacles the foundation for this reading for Libra? Why is the foundation the Two of Pentacles for Libra, show me? Right, we've got the Nine of Wands in the reverse. And the Knight of Pentacles. Well, the Nine of Wands in the reverse is where, you give up. Alright, in the upright, this person holds on in there. Alright, no matter how tired they are, this is like the last hurdle that they're on. But in the reverse, this is completely surrendering. And you've got the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. And this is you surrender to the Knight of Pentacles. Reverse Knight of Pentacles is stagnation. This is complete giving up here. The root issue is you're trying to juggle something that is a lost cause, I think, with this Two of Pentacles. Because the root issue with the Two of Pentacles, you can see the energies are different. If in the foundation card, then the root issue is the Two of Pentacles, where you're trying to juggle stuff. It's because of this. There's something, you're trying to make something work here, I think. I think you're trying to make something work here, Libra, that you know isn't working. Because these two cards show, one shows stagnancy, the other one shows surrendering and just not bothering to continue fighting. This is where, it's like, oh, forget it. This is what the Nine of Wands is in the reverse. Complete and utter surrender and loosening of any type of tension. It's just like, okay, I'm done with it. And the Knight of Pentacles in the reverse shows somebody who's completely surrendered. They're not making any more moves. It's complete and utter stagnation. Okay? For some of you guys, it might be that we could read an amalgamation of ways. That you're not tackling something. Your approach is not to tackle a situation with Judgment in the reverse. Could be a Pisces person. Because of a Pisces. The High Priestess shows people not saying things. So if it's you that's not saying, if it's not you that's not saying something, it might be the other person's not saying something because of the Ten of Swords. They know something. So either you know something's over or the other person knows something's over here, Libra. And in the root issue, we see Two of Pentacles trying to keep those balls in the air. Why is that? because something effectively isn't working here. It's almost, I get this feels very strained in these areas to me. It feels very, very strained in these areas to me. Very strained. It just feels like there's a lot of tension for some of you guys around love in October. It looks like you want to say something, but one of you is too afraid to say it. We've got the King of Wands. Show us a little bit more in 2 cards about this King of Wands. Show me a little bit more about this King of Wands in 2 cards, please. This is a person showing up here. Right, so we've got the Magician. Okay, and you've got the 4 of Cups in the reverse. Well, you know, I've always looked at the 4 of Pentacles in the reverse as being, and the Magician card is an actor. So actions are forced, because I see the 4 of Pentacles in the reverse where you're forced to make that decision. It's the egg timer, time is running out, so you've got to do something. So I think that this person acts in terms of they're forced to make a decision, they're forced to act. Here, and the King of Wands is another individual. So this is the person that some of you guys are dealing with. Because when you get the Magician, this is an actor. So this is somebody who acts. All right, we take certain keywords out of the tarot, and this is an act that somebody puts on. So they make an action, they take an action with the Magician. They've got ideas as well. Magician represents the ideas that a person holds. But where are those ideas facing? The 4 of Cups. Okay, and the 4 of Cups means, you know, if you look at the picture, and I often look at pictures, look at how the cup now is being turned down. It's almost like it's saying, right, your time's run out now. That's it. All right. So this person is showing up. Magician is a difficult card because it's either to do with their communicating. Maybe this person's communicating that time has run out for something here, or that, you know, something's been withdrawn, an offer is being withdrawn. Because it looks like an offer's being withdrawn here as well with the 4 of Cups in the reverse. Because you can see the egg timer is down. Can you see? And the thumb is down as well. If you look at the card, you know, it's like, wah. You know, it's like that. If you look at the cup that's turned down, it's no longer full. So the opportunity, this is a missed opportunity as well, when you get the 4 of Cups in the reverse. So there's an opportunity that's being missed here, I think. And this person's showing up in the recent past. I don't know whether they're communicating to you with that Magician about a missed opportunity, with that 4 of Cups energy showing there. Because this can be communication, the Magician can. Or it can be ideas. This card here, this energy needs to come from this energy here. So here we see something being weighed up. Because this is, you know, there's a surrender here. There's a great deal of stagnation. But somebody is trying to either weigh something up, or one of you is trying to work something out or weigh it up. Because there's complete and utter stagnation. I think even to the point of boredom here, in which there's a King of Wands showing up. And this person's showing up because I think there's been some communication that there's a lack, you know, in the upright this is lack of interest. But in the reverse it's almost like it says, well, if there's a lack of interest, we'll just take the opportunity away from you. Alright, so it might be that this person here has been, as a result of this energy here, if this is you, Libra, then this person here may have been communicating to you with that Magician card. Okay, but we've got other cards that would show communication as well, things like Ace of Swords. And this person looks like a joker as well on the card. The Magician really is a smooth talker. So whenever you get the Magician communicating, this person tends to communicate in such a way as to get you to buy something or to do something. So this person's almost communicating, but the Magician is a communication card, but it's a different communication card. It's almost like you get the communication from a salesman when you get the Magician. It's different from communication of, say, for example, the Page of Wands, or the communication from, for example, you know, the Page of Swords, which would be not very nice communication, or really strong communication, or the communication would be, you know, and you could have had 8 of Wands, you could have had any communication card, but we've got Magician sitting here to show communication. Okay. I don't know whether, I get the impression that somebody's giving you guys an ultimatum here, and it's showing in the recent past a person here. Alright. So this is either one of 2 ways, that somebody here is, it could be that this is him or her. Maybe somebody's hedging their bets because, you know, they're not quite certain whether they're in it. And as a result of that, what we're seeing around that is a person here who's communicating with this Magician energy, this 4 of Cups in the reverse. maybe that they don't have the time with the Four of Cups in the reverse to look at something at the moment. I think that's what it is. I think there's somebody around you. I don't think this is actually you. I don't think that this is actually you. I think it's the other person, Libra. I think this person's been hedging their bets because there's a lack of interest on their part. They seem to have just, you know, they're not fighting for whatever this is with you, Libra. And because it's reached with this Knight of, and everything's reached sort of a point of stagnation. And I think around that, this person here, and it's showing the person is communicating with that Magician card. And I think that's why we see the Magician, because the Magician as a communicator is somebody who's, he's in the upright, so he's not an out-and-out liar, but this is somebody who's really good at charming the pants or turning situations or putting an illusionary spin on communication, I would say. Which is what I was trying to factor in. Well, why do we have the Magician showing communication? Why didn't it show us the Ace of Swords? Why didn't it show us a truthful communication? Because the Magician in the upright is not always about truthful communication. Sometimes it's about communicating something to someone because you want to get something out of them. Or you want to, you know, and I think that this person's trying to bide their time. I think that they're hedging their bets here because, you know, there's a lack of interest, maybe in some stagnation going on with this person, Libra. And I think around that, this person is communicating. How they're doing that is with this Magician. They're putting a bit of a spin on the communication by saying with this Four of Pentacles, Four of Cups in the reverse, that, you know, it might be that the Four of Cups in the reverse is about a completely different situation. You know, they've run out of time to get a thesis in, or they've run out of time to get something into a deadline, you know. And and I think that this is why your challenge is the Hanged Man. I think this is more about hanging around for this individual for some of you guys. Because I think that this person's telling you stuff. And they're saying, yeah, I can't do this right now, and I can't do that right now. And yeah, because, you know, I've got a deadline at work with that Four of Cups, and it's got to be in, it's in the reverse. I'm communicating that I'm running out of time on something. It's not running out of time on you, it's running out of time on something else. Okay, and that's why your challenge is this, the Hanged Man. Let's get why your challenge is the Hanged Man. Why is Libra's challenge the Hanged Man? Why is Libra's challenge the Hanged Man, show me? Nine of Cups. Okay. Because I think that if you got what you wanted, your challenge with this Hanged Man is... and it's interesting because it's because of the Nine of Cups, and this is about satisfaction brings an ending to worries. Okay? So your challenge is holding out, because I think that you'd be very satisfied with this Nine of Cups. You'd be feeling great happiness if this person could bring, you know, this Nine of Cups is about feeling satisfied. So your challenge is holding on and waiting for this person, because it's almost like with this Nine of Cups, you get with this person, you do lots of stuff together, you go out, you eat it. This is the partying card. You go out, you indulge, you eat, you have sex, you do all of that stuff. And it's going to alleviate the worries, because you are worried here, Libra, about this individual. So you're waiting for this person to come in and alleviate these worries for you. But your significator card is showing us the Four of Pentacles. So let's have a look at why. So I'll just put my fan back on. Why is the significator card for Libra the Four of Pentacles? Why is the significator card for Libra the Four of Pentacles, show me? Alright, Five of Pentacles and Strength. I think that you guys are holding on here. Your significator shows you guys holding on. It's not about you putting up your walls at all. I think that you're showing us some people who are still very much holding on. You're very much... trying to maintain control of this situation with this Four of Pentacles, because the Five of Pentacles shows two people together, and this, when you get the Five of Pentacles, this is about people who are very much how can I explain it? This can be isolation. There's one of two things. You're either putting your guard up here, you're trying to protect yourself, because it could be that you're feeling a sense of rejection here, and there is the need to have strength over that. So it could be that way. So Five of Pentacles, one of the key words we use with Five of Pentacles, Libra, is when you're feeling rejected. And the Strength card means to uphold strength and just to try and be okay with that. Just to have an inner sense of strength and not to fall apart. So you guys, you will be putting up your significator for some of you guys is that you are putting up your defences. Because some of you guys are feeling a sense of rejection here, and there is the need to be very strong and not... The Strength card, when the woman holds onto the line, she's trying not to get really angry. This is another way to look at the Strength card. It's trying to hold back on getting, you know, throwing your baby out with the bathwater, getting really, really annoyed, really angry. And you're trying not to do that. So you're trying to kind of put your guard up here. So some of you guys are putting your guard up because you are feeling angry at some form of rejection. And I think it's this person here and here that's doing this. Okay, for some of you guys, you might still be holding on. You're still very possessive of the situation. Because it might be that you feel that this person with the Five of Pentacles, the other way we look at the Five of Pentacles is people that support each other. So you might feel that this is still a relationship where there's a soulmate energy going on here with the Five of Pentacles. I see this as one of the great soulmate cards as well. People that are in together through thick and thin bring strength. Alright, so it might be that you still feel that this person is very much a soulmate here as well. The energies around you then in the month of October, Libra, is Temperance in the reverse. Why is the energies around Libra, the Temperance card in the reverse for love? Show me. Eight of Wands. Okay. I think your messages are being ignored because the Two of Swords represents to block people out, block things out, ignore, and this is messages. So I think that the energies around you guys is, in terms of love, with the Temperance card, you guys are feeling really out of balance here. Because I think that somebody's not contacting you. The energies are that messages, Eight of Wands is messages, and this is a card of ignorance. It's when you're blocking someone out, when you're not speaking. I think that you guys are feeling really out of sync here, Libra. Because I think for some of you, your messages are being ignored by an individual. Alright? I think that they are. Alright? Because your challenge is the Hanged Man. And this is where it's saying that this situation, this love relationship, there's things that are being held in suspense over this. And it could be, why is your challenge this? Why is your challenge Hanged Man? Why is your challenge that things are being held in suspense? It might be that this is actually telling us with the Nine of Cups that this individual here, their happiness, their partying ways, the fact that they might always be out, especially if they're ignoring your emails, your text messages, ringing them. It might be they're out having a good time. And it's, with the Nine of Swords in the reverse, this is saying to me, that they're out having a good time and they're not worrying about the situation. Or it might be that they're out having a good time and doing what they want to do, and it's alleviating any type of pressure from them. Alright, maybe this is in your thought, maybe this is what you're thinking around this individual. It's very interesting. The most likely outcome for love, though, is the Five of Cups reversed. Why is the most likely outcome for Libra the Five of Cups reversed? Why is the most likely outcome for Libra the Five of Cups in the reverse? Show me. Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. Oops, we didn't need to do that. Three of Pentacles in the upright. I think there's a lack of commitment in a partnership here, which is why it's interesting, alright, to get all of these energies together. But the most likely outcome will be Five of Cups in the reverse. And Five of Cups in the reverse is often a card that says, you're letting go of the pain. And I think that the most likely outcome is you're going to be letting go of this pain. You're not going to sit in it. There's no way that you can. All right, I think, therefore, most likely your significator card is actually showing us you guys being at your defences. Because I think this is more than likely going to be that rejection, in rejection, you're becoming stronger. Okay, this rejection with this Five of Pentacles is bringing strength. In other words, for those of you who feel that, especially as the energies around you are this Temperance in the reverse, and it's a lack of balance within yourself, I think this is more about, because I think that messages are being rejected by an individual. And I think that your significator's card is really showing as you guys being very strong, and you're being very protective of who you are here, because you recognise that this rejection, you're going to have to be strong over that. You're going to have to just, you're just going to have to hold up. Because there's nothing that you can do if somebody's hedging their bets here. And I think this person is. The foundation is this person's kind of been tackling you and other things. Other people, perhaps. Because they're not really on it. This Nine of Wands doesn't show somebody to me who's holding out for a relation or holding out for someone here. And it's brought stagnation. Okay? It might also be, Libra, that this person sees you. Because you can see this Nine of Pentacles is offering something in the reverse to the Nine of Wands person in the reverse. So they might see you as not being a particular challenge, and it lessens their need to continue looking at you as a goal. Because this is Nine of Wands in the reverse shows somebody who, they're not particularly, they're not holding on in there. To me, there's no challenge here, and I think this person knows it. And I think as a result of that, what we're seeing is this person who's showing us the King of Wands is communicating a lie. It's not, well, call it what you want, but there's a whole purpose for a magician to be showing up here, Libra. You know, you get several different communication cards, and Ace of Swords is one of those communication cards that tells you that it's going to be the truth that somebody's communicating to you. Or King of Swords is another honest card, or Queen of Swords is another honest card. You get cards that tell you, and Page of Swords as well, can be nasty news that somebody gives you with the Page of Swords, but at least they're being honest. The Magician isn't always honest, you see. He's not in the reverse, but nevertheless he's not always honest. Sometimes he'll communicates. Just, you get Knight of Cups Magician, this is a really smooth talker. So this person is trying to smooth talk you with this Magician card and say, oh, well, I've been really busy, you see, and, you know, work is, you know, I've got deadlines here at work, or, you know, I've got this to do or that to do, and that's why I haven't been. But they're hedging their bets here. They're doing this here and here because they don't really have you know, they're not really that invested, I don't think. This person isn't. And therefore this becomes now their energy. And your significator is saying that you're putting your barriers up because you know that this person's rejecting you with that Five of Pentacles, and you're being very strong about it because they're ignoring your calls and they're ignoring your contact here, I think. Okay, and as a result of that, the most likely outcome is with the Five of Cups. No sweat here. You're not going to be getting upset about it because this is, and it's all in here. It's this bit here, Libra, where you are, you know, you have gone into self-protection mode. Because you know what this person's doing. And therefore, it's brilliant because here we find that you guys are very... It seems to me that the air signs are the strongest people this month for love. Especially if they're going through shit. They're the strongest because you kind of know with this Five of Cups, you're kind of like, you know what? How now? How now am I going to get upset about this? Fuck this. Because I know that there's no commitment in this partnership. So I'll just take it for whatever the fuck it is. That's what I'll do. That's what I'll do. And that comes from the root issue being this. They're either hedging their bets, tackling stuff, because there's no investment, or you're just saying, look, Two of Pentacles, I'll go with the flow here, because I know that this isn't really going to go anywhere with these energies, and that's lovely. The immediate future shows the Sun in the reverse. Why is the Sun in the reverse for love for Libra in the immediate future in 2 cards show me? While the World in the reverse shows unfinished business, it's causing pressure. So there's still something here. The World card in the reverse often means unfinished business, and the Ten of Wands is pressure. So I think the Sun in the reverse says that things are still not resolving themselves in a good way. Because you've still got unfinished business here with this individual, and it is causing pressure. Alright? It's either causing pressure on you, or it's causing pressure on them. Okay? This person thinks of you as the Three of Pentacles in the reverse. What does this person think of... Libra is the Three of Pentacles in the reverse in 2 cards, show me. Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. 4 of Pentacles. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I think that this person sees you perhaps as... When the Wheel of Fortune shows up, it shows delays, no change. It shows that something cannot change. It can't move. There's no movement with Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. Wheel of Fortune in the reverse doesn't represent... Because in the upright, it says things can turn either lucky or unlucky. So they can turn either way, but this just shows complete delays and stagnation. And we've got a stagnation card here with the Four of Pentacles. Okay, putting guard up. So a lack of change, I think, puts your guard up here. And I think that's why they see you as the Three of Pentacles. Somebody who's not willing to kind of form some form of a partnership or even invest in that maybe with that Three of Pentacles in the reverse. Because stagnancy with this Wheel of Fortune has made you guys put your guard up. So they understand where you are. I think this person knows exactly where you are here. Your hopes or fears, I think that your fears are the Six of Wands in the reverse. Why are Libra's hopes or fears the Six of Wands in the reverse, show me? Because the Lover's in the reverse. And Death. Okay, so a relationship that lacks any love with that Lover's in the reverse is going to end. And you're fearing the Six of Wands in the reverse. And that is failure and a lack of success and victory in this situation. Because you understand that this relationship that lacks any love, it might be that you still have sex from time to time, because the Lover's card in the reverse is about a relationship that you have with someone. It's got sex in it, but it's got no love. Okay? So for some of you guys, it will be, yeah, your fears are, well, this is not going to end well. This will not end in the way that I would like it to end. And we do have here the Sun card, delays, you know, a lack of completion, success, because there's, you know, still open energy. There's unfinished business here that's causing pressure. So either way, you don't know what the fuck's going on. It's like, okay, so I accept whatever's going on here, but still I don't have my answer here. Still this person's telling me that they're busy. Still this person's telling me that they've got things to do. Still this person's saying that they can't come out tonight. Knight of Cups, overall energy. Still this person's doing this. Still this person's doing that. But I don't have my final conclusion here. And it's causing me stress because you guys are really trying to hold up here. And this is you. This is where we see you guys holding up here. But how long are you going to be able to do that? Because you guys aren't confronting a situation here. Because if you came out with it, there's hidden knowledge here that you have, that could lead to an ending. And this is where your weakness is showing, Libra. Here, the weakness is. And in a way, here, the weakness is. How long can you hold on to shit with the Four of Pentacles? Four of Pentacles are a great card for when you're safeguarding yourself, but it still means that you're doing shit on the down low. You're not being honest, you're not opening up, you're just holding back. And you say, yeah, don't worry about it, you can't come out tonight. Yeah, that's fine, no problem. But you go, you put down that phone and you fucking cry. And you say, what the fuck? That's what you're doing here and here. You're not really letting something go or letting it out. That's the problem in these two areas here, okay? That's where your weakness is. And where that weakness truly shows is in your fear. Because you're fearing the Six of Wands in the reverse. Things are not going to work out. Because this relationship lacks any depth, any love, and it's going to end with the death energy. The outcome shows the Five of Wands in the reverse. Why is the outcome for Libra the Five of Wands in the reverse? Why is the outcome for Libra the Five of Wands in the reverse? Well, we've got Temperance that just whacked out there, and we'll get another card with the Temperance energy. Well, I think that there is an acknowledgement here. We've got the Three of Wands is to turn one's back and look to the future. All right? The Temperance card is all about trying to reconcile differences. But you can see the Three of Wands has got its back turned to Temperance. Alright, so we can see that there's no more kind of trying to work something out. The Five of Wands is saying, you know what? Because in the upright, this card, where does the card show? Where is the anger? Where is the pent-up energy? The pent-up energy is here. So if we look at the Five of Wands, say it was upright, it would be here and here. And here. Because there's blockages showing here, here, and here. But it's in the reverse here. So what we're seeing is your blockages in 3 places. But here we see you loosening the blockage, Five of Wands in the reverse. And that's because you're not willing to even consider possibly trying to reconcile something here. So you're the ones that take something on. You're the ones that kind of try and resolve this issue by the end of October. Because I think some of you guys have had enough. We're going to get this reading again, Libra. So the energies around you guys are Temperance in the reverse. So there's an imbalance here in a relationship. There is an imbalance in the self. And that's because I think that communication is not being answered and communication, Eight of Wands, is being blocked. And I think it's from an individual. So I think you guys have been communicating with someone and they've been blocking you out. Whether that's via phone, whether it's email, whether it's Facebook, whether it's Twitter, whatever it is. Somebody's not answering your calls here. Okay? I think that your significator card is showing us you guys being very strong. You're putting up your guard with that Four of Pentacles because of this rejection. And the need around that rejection from this individual to have strength. So you're being rejected here. Somebody's blocking some of your calls, I think. And you're needing to kind of remain strong around that by putting up your defences with the Four of Pentacles. Alright? By concentrating on other things. Because your challenge is this Hanged Man. Things being put on hold. Alright? Waiting is the Hanged Man. So your challenge is waiting. Why is that? Because you realise that this person is the Nine of Cups. They're quite happy to do whatever they want to do because it lessens their pressure with this Nine of Swords in the reverse. Because the root issue is this person's been hedging their bets. They've been playing you with that Two of Pentacles. And why is that? Because the Nine of Wands, there's nothing that challenges them anymore in this. But also we could say that this relationship is unstable, Two of Pentacles. Why is that? Because nobody's holding on to anything. Nobody's invested in getting to the last line. You know, no one's invested in holding out to the end. And this has brought a lack of interest. There's great stagnation going on around this. And I think it's showing us this person, this King of Wands, who's communicating. So this is an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, perhaps person for some of you guys. Or just somebody, you can see him, he looks like a bit of a joker. Or somebody who's having a bit of a laugh, male or female. And that's because they're communicating, the magician. So they're saying to you, they're communicating this Four of Cups in the reverse. And they're communicating, they're saying, you know what, oh shit, you know what, sorry I couldn't make it tonight, but time ran out. You know, I worked late. You know, I've got deadlines, so I can't make it. I can't do it. Somebody's telling you, I think, that they can't make it. They can't do shit. And yet when you call them, when you can't get through, and you're needing to put up a very strong barrier. You need to be very strong in yourself. I think this person might contact you intermittently. That's what the feeling that I'm getting. Because every time you communicate with them, I think they block you out. And yet in the basis of the reading, what's the problem? Well, the Two of Pentacles, instability. Nine of Wands in the reverse, surrendering, giving up, that's leading to stagnancy. So there's instability here, and it's around a person who's communicating. So there's instability, I would say, here in this relationship. And it's around a person, a King of Wands, who communicates that they can't do stuff all the time. Or they're busy. Or they're communicating that they just don't have the time. And you're remaining strong around that. You're putting up your defences and remaining strong. Because this person, because there's an imbalance here. And why is that? Because communication isn't happening. Change isn't happening with that Eight of Wands. Growth isn't happening with the Eight of Wands and the Two of Swords. And as a result of that, the most likely outcome is Five of Cups in the reverse. Well, basically you're just going to say, you know what, I just accept this for what it is. I'm not going to get upset. Fine. Because there is a lack of commitment, Ace of Pentacles, with this partnership. There's going to be, you say, fine. Missed opportunity, Ace of Pentacles reversed in this partnership, Three of Pentacles. In a working part, in this partnership that we could effectively work on. However, you don't really mean, you do mean what you say, but the problem is that there is a lack of completion or success with that Sun in the reverse, because there is unfinished business that is bringing pressure, alright? So you will still feel almost like, shit, yeah, okay, I accept this shit, I understand, I get it, and you're fine. But then the immediate future says something else. You're still holding out for something here, I feel, Libra. Because you are this, the Karma card in the reverse. You're not really saying what you feel. Because you're afraid, I feel, that anything hidden that comes out will end something. I don't think you really want something to end. You're going with the flow and hoping for change, but you realise it doesn't. Because this is unfinished business with the World card, and it's bringing pressure. This person thinks of you as the Three of Pentacles in the reverse. To me, Three of Pentacles in the reverse is a partnership that is failing, or there is a sense of a lack of being able to work together. So they see you maybe as somebody who doesn't really want to work towards this yourself, because stagnancy has made you put up these walls. The Wheel of Fortune is where things are just not moving. Delays, stagnancy, and this is a card about putting up your defences. And for me, the Three of Pentacles in the reverse is someone who doesn't work very well in a team or a partnership. But this person is seeing you like this. But they know why you're like this because of their actions. This Wheel of Fortune in the reverse is their actions, and it's led to you just putting up your defences. So they understand that. Your fears are that this will, and this is where it is, here and here, showing me that you actually do want to carry on with this thing. Your fears are the Six of Wands in the reverse, so this is going to just lead nowhere. This is lack of recognition as well. So your fears are a lack of recognition from the individual, but also that there is no success in this situation, because this relationship with that Lovers card in the reverse, for some of you guys it's based on sex, not love. For some of you guys there is no love. There's no emotional fulfillment in this situation, and it will lead to an ending. The outcome, I feel, is just kind of like letting go of the pressure for some of you guys, Five of Wands in the reverse, because you recognise that trying to work this thing through is something that you can't do with that Three of Wands. You turn your back on that Temperance energy, and you're going to start looking to the future, and what you're looking at is you're saying, you know, I can't hold on, and I can't carry on trying to work this thing out. And what you're looking at is the Seven of Pentacles in the reverse. So what you're looking at is just giving up. Seven of Pentacles in the reverse says, I don't wait anymore. So Temperance, and this is the card where you're waiting, patience. You've run out of patience effectively, I think, for some of you guys, because you've got your back turned to Temperance. So I think in the end, you guys have run out of patience here, and you're giving up the wait. You're not willing to wait on this situation anymore. Let's get your Angel card and see what the advice is. Universe Spirit, what is the advice that you have for Libra in this love reading for October 2017? What is the advice that you have for Libra? Show me. Keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. That's interesting. It's telling you to keep an open mind there, okay? It's saying keep an open mind but retreat for a time, okay? And flirt, extend your light-hearted energies to others. So I think it's saying you need to keep an open mind because your soulmate might differ. If you can accept this person the way they are, it's not even to say that this person wants to end things. They're just a bit of, I'm not seeing it. I don't even think that this person is a player. I just think this person is bored and they can't be bothered. I can't see anybody else in the reading. I don't see them messing about. I don't see them, I don't know what's going on with them. They're the Knight of Cups in the reverse, though. The energy is somebody who's not fulfilling a promise, and it might be that they're just not at this moment in time completely geared up for this, maybe. And maybe that's why it's telling you to keep an open mind, but it's saying that you need to still just do a bit of retreating, which I think you do here, okay? And maybe flirt around with other things, look at other things, It's an interesting energy. I think this person's got their own shit going on somewhere along the line. It might be here. Maybe they're being honest about this area here. But there is an understanding, and they understand what they're doing to you here. So their understanding of why you are the way that you are with these areas here. 3 of Pentacles in the reverse. But you do retreat because you turn your back on the Temperance energy and you're looking to a time of not waiting anymore with the 7 of Pentacles in the reverse. And that's why you're letting go of the, the pent-up emotions on this. Because it's like, I just can't be bothered with this. But everything is still open-ended here. We'll see what happens in November or mid-month. All right, that's your reading, Libra. I would like to say thanks ever so much for joining me on Carol's Universe, and I'll speak to you guys soon. Take care.